Happy Halloween, everybody, to infinity and beyond. It is the Proview Rundown. I'm your host, Adam Deal, and we're having some fun today, of course. We're going to break down all the great matchups that's coming your way. Woo. And, of course, the football bracket breakdown as NMAA is going to release the seeding and selection for all classifications. We've got that for you. It's right here on Proview Sports Network. We'll be live starting around 9:30. The NMAA is supposed to release at 10. You know how that goes. It could be a long night. That's fine. We want to see your watch party. We want you to send it to us here at Proview Network. We're also going to be streaming live on Facebook. We're going to be on Twitter. And so we want to see your watch parties. A Halloween version of the Rundown. It never gets better here. We've got the crew. So what are you, Jason Pohl? Let's do your shtick. Do your whole thing.
I was at practice today. I didn't have time to get ready, really, but I went with Allen Iverson.
You went to practice?
You're talking about practice all day, but it's practice. But what I really need to talk about is my homie. You might know him. He's kind of a big deal, but he likes to work on Fridays.
Orale, vatos. No more locked doors.
This next Friday, yeah?
Baby Joker?
This is
Baby Joker from next Friday. Yeah. That's who I am. So what's cracking?
Hey, good stuff. It's Happy Halloween. You got some candy rolled up. What do you got going on, man?
We got another top 5 coming to you. So Jason, you want to play the hype or no hype?
I do not have the hype or no hype.
He doesn't have the hype or no hype.
Also Hard University.
All right.
All new one.
Y'all didn't really. Hey, Josh, when he leaves, he really ruins our show, doesn't he?
It takes away from. He took the TriCaster. He took the graphics.
All right.
But
what do you got as top 5?
All right. Well, for my top 5, I got candy, e-candy, 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 e-candy.
Candy.
Get your candy.
I love it.
Yeah.
I knew it would be more simple today. By the way, I already snuck away like 4 Snickers and a Reese's this morning from the bowl that's supposed to be set up, right? Like for the people tonight.
Poor
I'm already
kids.
digging into that. Come on. What are you supposed to do? I can't even see.
Well, what kind of candies did you have? What kind did you leave them?
It was Snickers and Reese's.
Oh, well, this is a good one. At least it's not like, Smarties and.
You don't like Smarties?
I mean, I like them, but if there's a Smartie and a Snickers, I'm taking the Snickers.
If somebody gives one of my kids an apple tonight, I'm going to lose it. Like, there's been 2 years in a row that's happened. Like, you grow up. Like, are you serious? Just don't hand anything out if you're going to hand out an apple.
You know what you should do? Little kids out there, just go, and when they give you the fruit, take a bite and then give it back to them.
And say thank you.
Yeah, and say thank you.
I'm even against like the caramel. Here's my fresh made caramel apple.
Or maybe actually don't bite into them because there might be a razor.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm even against like the caramel apple. Like, here's my fresh made home recipe. Like, lady, I don't want your recipe. Like, where are the Twix at? Like, nobody wants that. All right, let's talk about some matchups. Am I flying across the screen there? That's good.
Yep.
Let's talk about some matchups because the biggest matchups.
All right, well, tonight we got ourselves.
Okay, so Eldorado taking on Sandia tonight. Lots of playoff implication into this. Now, Sandia with just 3 wins in the season at 3-6, trying to get to 4-6. A win will guarantee them a spot in the playoffs. If they lose, they're not particularly out. Now, here's the setup. If you go to District 3, it's Carlsbad, the Cavemen are securely into the playoffs right now. They have 4 wins themselves. They're 4-5 going into the game against Hobbs. Hobbs only has 2 wins. Now, this is where it gets tricky. Hobbs, if they win, are going to jump Carlsbad into district standings, guys. By rule, that you cannot be seated above somebody that finishes you above you in district play. Those are the rules. So even though Hobbs would have a worse record and worse resume than Carlsbad, they can jump them, which would then, I think, ipso facto, take Sandia out of the playoffs. So Sandia, big Carlsbad fans this weekend. That is a nice rivalry, Carlsbad and Hobbs. I think Carlsbad's too good, though. I think Carlsbad handles Hobbs. No problem with that one. So I think Sandia is in, but they are going to be the last seed. Even with a win here, I don't think they can jump Eldorado. So the Eagles, they're playing for seeding purposes. I think they're trying to crack that top 10, which they could. They're fighting with Cibola. We're going to know all of this, obviously, as we step up into the bracket breakdown here on Proview Networks. But this game does have implication. We saw Sandia, Jason, last week. I thought they put up a fight against the Cueva. Bad things went wrong. Like 4 plays in a row, the Cueva were able to score on just crazy plays.
I
and
mean,
it
the
pushed
way you
game away.
see it, I mean, if they get a W, it can only help them. But they are strong. I mean, they don't quit. It's not like Eldorado. You think they're gonna be good, and you think that, but Sandia overall, defense, offense.
Eldorado's not. I'm sorry. Every time I see them, they've been terrible.
No.
Even their wins are terrible this year. They don't have big wins. They beat Albuquerque High School. They beat Del Norte. They have a win against Manzano. Like, they don't have any wins. Probably Sandia would be their biggest win of the year, and Sandia's, I mean, not that great. You could see by their record. I'm just saying.
True.
Are you mad because you're an Eldorado alum and I just went at them a little bit?
No, when an Eagle's down, they're protected by the American rights. So even when they're down, they're still gonna be safe and good to go.
All right, so if you look at some of the other matchups that we're gonna have, and these ones just have so much implications seating-wise. My 50 TV, statewide television is starting 7 o'clock. We will be there for you. The rivalry continues. It's the 10th edition of Cleveland versus Rio Rancho. In my opinion, both teams at 7-2. In my opinion, this is the most even both of these teams have ever been. If you look back in this history of this rivalry, really that these teams, one usually is a powerhouse and one is just pretty good, and you know who's going to win the game. So I think this one has everything in front of it, Alden. I know you're excited to see the result of this one. Here's what happens. Rio Rancho wins. They will secure the 2 seed. We know that Volcano Vista has locked up District 1, and they are going to be the number 1 seed. Pen that in right now in your brackets. Volcano's 1. Winner of this game, guaranteed, I think, gets the 2 seed, especially if it's Rio Rancho. If it's Cleveland, maybe the 3 seed. So obviously a lot on the line and a bye.
Yeah, both these teams have dynamic offenses. They can both run and pass the ball. I'm interested to see how Cleveland bounces back after the loss against Volcano. Both these teams after a loss from Volcano. It should be a really tight matchup, though. I'm waiting to see if Coach Ridenauer starts putting a little more on Dorian Lewis's plate.
Me too.
And since it's playoff times, when it comes to the playoffs, when it starts getting cold like it is today, you're going to be heavily relying on your run game. So I expect Dorian Lewis to get going. But I think the big thing is that Rio Rancho can put up points and just easily. So, my biggest concern with Cleveland is I don't think they could keep up with them, honestly, scoring. If it's a shootout, it favors Rio Rancho, but if it's a lower scoring game, then it favors Cleveland.
Well done.
I think you did spot on your costume, bro.
Very good.
Thanks, bro. I can't even see. I can't see nothing.
I can't see,
but
but
All right, check this out. So Isaiah, you saw Isaiah Chavez. I think he's the best quarterback in the state. Tell me I'm wrong for Rio Rancho.
No, yeah, all around. I mean, in this new age of football, it's more of being dynamic with running and passing. You have to be able to be a mobile quarterback. And I mean, he's one of the best we've ever seen do it. I feel like dual threat. I mean, like you think of like the Gentrys and the Cole Gauchis of kind of the world. When you think of mobile, I think he's kind of in that echelon.
Yeah, he's playing really good. I hope he gets himself a scholarship with the season that he's had here in the senior year. Jeff Davison's going to be back for Cleveland. He separated his shoulder, was out for the last couple of weeks. He will be playing. I thought that was a big deal against Volcano Vista a couple of weeks ago for Cleveland. I'm not saying it was end-all, be-all. They also have Trey Watson back, the star junior wideout who's going to get scholarships probably to a few D1 schools here soon. Cleveland's got the weapons. Rio Rancho, you mentioned, has got the weapons. You have Zach Vigil, the sophomore, that's been running really well. I think Rio Rancho might be better up front in the trenches. This game, I think, isn't this the closest these two teams have been? Usually we know who's better. We don't know who's better this year. Am I right?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, it's definitely a coin flip this time around. Usually one of the teams is head and shoulders better than the other, but we still know it's going to be a great game. But this year, honestly, it's really a toss-up. Both teams solid all across the board, so it should be an exciting one.
All right, quick break, Jason. To infinity and beyond. We'll be back.
We'll be back.
what is desire. Diamonds. They say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am? Ma'am? Ma'am?
Dang, this one made me feel all special.
High school sports are back. The 2018-19 season kicks off, and you could watch every Proview Network broadcast live on the NFHS network. Every moment, from every game, from every sport, including all NMAA state championships. Get your highly discounted monthly pass now. Go to ProviewNetworks.com and sign up. Watch New Mexico's best.
Car Crafters, proud supporter of Proview Sports Network.
Are you sure we're supposed to be doing this?
Don't worry, I've watched him do it 1,000 times. Come on, what's the worst that can happen?
No! Bad dog!
Hi, welcome to Car Crafters. What happened? Don't worry, we'll make it like it never happened.
Car Crafters, it's like it never happened.
Dreamstyle Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dreamstyle Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 homeowners improve their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6 stars with hundreds of online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dreamstyle Remodeling is a proud supporter of UNM Athletics. Visit our beautiful 10,000 square foot showroom at 1460 Renaissance Boulevard across from Sam's Club or DreamstyleRemodeling.com to make your home remodeling dreams come true.
And you're up.
Back to it. Happy Halloween, sports fan. We are here live at the Proview Network studios getting ready for a monster high school sports weekend for you. See that monster? Halloween monster? I didn't do that on purpose.
I see what you did there.
I don't see anything.
Listen, we're gonna do top 10 plays in just a second here. We're gonna go over them. But first, one more matchup that we have for you on Comcast Channel 26 and is streaming live on the NFHS Network. How about this one? Clovis Wildcats 6-3 in the season for the district championship in District 2 against the La Cueva Bears at 7-2. Depending on how the results go with Cleveland and Rio Rancho, maybe Cleveland beats Rio Rancho, La Cueva wins. I think they can fight for that 2-seed guys. Clovis win, and they'll be fighting maybe for the 4-seed and getting a bye in district champs and really could shake some things up. So I think this is a very even matchup as well.
I like it. I mean, I would love to see La Cueva go down regardless.
Is that what
That's
you wanna
just
see?
repping. And I think the Clovis, I mean, they've proved themselves. They were strong in the beginning of the year, so. But what's up with Cibola? Does this affect Cibola?
No, you know what? I think Ciebola's in. Not in an impressive way, but they're going to be in. They're going to be 5-5 to finish their season. They're
in the hardest district,
well,
hands down.
Okay, but they lose
half of their games. They're
going to play Volcano.
season.
We're not broadcasting that game. They're going to play Volcano Vista. They're going to lose. And then they've lost to Rio Rancho Cleveland. That's fine. Okay, you can accept those losses. You can accept some of their losses. They have some big wins that they pulled off at the beginning of the year that you thought maybe they wouldn't. One of them mainly being Sandia, which is going to be so big for them. Your Cibola Cougars all then are probably going to sit right on that 11th spot and just stay there regardless of what happens. That's my guess.
It's all good.
But did anybody expect them to be in the playoffs this year?
No way. And last year they upset the team they played in the first round.
They beat Mayfield in the first round. You're right. So.
At the Field of Dreams too. So.
You know what? Listen, Coach Rod Williams does not get enough respect. What he's done with Cibola with the least amount of talent, I think, because everyone who's in that district area goes to Volcano Vista right now. And so Aiden Chavez, their freshman quarterback, has been fantastic.
And then also, too, what I wanted to point out about Clovis and the La Cueva game is I think, low-key, these teams are really – I feel like Clovis has kind of flown under everybody's radar all season.
Not us. We went to Clovis.
They have playmakers all around the field. I think what's big for La Cueva is that they've found a solution at running back with Jensen. He's been having some good games on the ground.
Man, he's looked good, huh?
Yeah, they're going to need some more of that going into the playoffs. But he's been a huge catalyst for these past 2 or 3 weeks he's been back. O'Toole back?
That's what we hear. We're going to find out tomorrow night. Is Connor O'Toole back? 22 Division I scholarship opportunities for the young man. But he says he doesn't care. He wants to play. I like that.
And then also too, I mean, Thomas on the other side, he's legit as they come. I mean, he's going to probably make All Metro.
He is. I think you're right. Brad Thomas has been fantastic.
So I mean, he's no slouch at the number 2. I mean, he's been playing a lot of number 1 this season. So
let's do this. Let's do some top 10. Let's do the Dreamstyle top 10 plays. We're going to roll over it. And then we're going to do a little bit of predictions as we get out of here. So Dreamstyle top 10 plays of the week. At number 10.
At number 10.
We've got to go to the Manzano Eldorado matchup, and Melfi bombs away. Erickson wide open. The younger brother, of course, of Andrew Erickson, who had that big state championship run a couple years ago. Touchdown, and then Altier, like this is his same touchdown every week, right?
Do it
wide
right.
open.
Shot out of a
cannon. Tristan Altier.
Down at the one.
Does he not score the same touchdown every week?
Right across the middle. They know it that works. Oh.
And I believe, is this Vigil? This is Zach Vigil, right?
If you
No,
don't know.
I'm sorry. This is Gallegos.
Yeah.
Or is it? No.
Yeah, you're right, I think.
That's Chavez. So Isaac Chavez and Jimmy Gallegos, tell me I'm wrong. That's the best combo that we've seen in a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All across the board.
And
I'd have to say, besides like when Jordan Bird and what's his name? Ivy Sod, but then they switched Bird to quarterback.
That's true, though. That's a good comparison. Look at Brad Thomas.
What's number 26 thinking right now?
Push the L button. He's thinking he's going to cut him off.
Oh.
L button.
That's just terrible angle.
Come on.
Sorry.
Your safety.
Sorry if you're watching this show, kid.
Sorry.
You did a good job. You tried. You tried. That's all that matters.
All right, number 6. And, I'm not going to go anywhere. Chavez.
Carry the team on my shoulders,
He
Chavez
is
says.
Look at this. Oh, then you go, look at this.
That like Aaron Rodgers. That was an Aaron Rodgers.
He's talented, man. No doubt.
Number 5. Guys, look at that. Push the B button, son. Spin, dance your way into the end zone.
That's like the second time he's done that this year, I think.
No, I can't even. That's Austin Smith, quarterback for La Cueva. Number 4. Pavia, by the way, man, he's looked really good against Cleveland.
Look at
Rio
this,
Rancho.
what Richard Tripp called in the game. A John Elway-esque throw right here, baby.
Yes.
From one side of the field to the other.
Dude, he was
Slap
wide
hands.
open. Number 3.
Mercy.
More Chavez. Look at this. Speed.
Like,
They didn't even want to hit him, dude.
all right, everybody out there, Chavez is for real.
But this is the play that really got this play in this spot. Ooh, go over the top. LT style.
Hold up.
He's a quarterback, people.
Let's see this. Look at him. He's flying, Buzz Lightyear.
He's Buzz Lightyear. Number 2. Let's go back to Austin Smith in the handoff. How about Tyler Jensen? I don't care. I'll keep saying it. Cancer last year. He beat it. He broke his leg in 2-a-days. Nothing stopping this young man. You said it all. Then that's the speed, the running back that they needed all year long.
Yeah,
they look so much
exactly.
better with him. And your number 1 play of the week, it's this man right here.
Oh.
Isaac Chavez is for real, Jason Pohl.
Man,
Like that?
right here, he's stuck. He is stuck right here. What do you think?
You're thinking, is this a touchdown play? Is this what you're thinking right
That's
here?
loss.
No
That's
way.
loss of yards.
Yeah.
Psych.
This is like, you know, for those old school football players who could run the Oklahoma drill, you know, that's exactly like the Oklahoma drill. Busted through that, scored the touchdown.
All right, before we get out of here, let's do some predictions. Let's start with tonight, Eldorado, Sandia. Jason Poole, I think I know where you're going.
Well, I was checking out the practice, and I'm going to go Eldorado. Going Eldorado on a whim. On a whim. Maybe they'll win.
I think really close, but Eldorado.
Yeah, I think, you know, Sandia has a really good running attack if they can get that going. Eldorado's had some inconsistencies with that, but I'm still going to roll with the Eagles.
Okay, big one. Cleveland, Rio Rancho. What say you, Jason?
We're going Cleveland.
Man, this is going to be a good one. At Rio Rancho. It's so close. You guys, you know, I'm tired
Just do it.
Coached at Cleveland.
Just do it.
Played at Rio Rancho. I'm going to go Rio Rancho. I'm going to go Rams. Tight one. Overtime. Overtime.
Rio
Rancho. RIORANCH. Rio Rancho, Rio Rancho, Rio Rancho. Oh.
Yep, definitely going with the Rams. I think
right.
they just have too much offensively. I don't know if Cleveland can keep up score-wise, but
It's going to be exciting.
it's going to be a great game either way. Prove me wrong, Cleveland.
Jason Poole, La Cueva, Clovis.
We're going Clovis. You said they were on the come-up, and the Cueva's on their high horse, so we're going Clovis.
Late pull away, maybe a 10-point win. La Cueva, they're getting, even if they don't have Connor Toole back, they're just looking better and better. Jensen, their defense is good. I've seen Clovis struggle in big games. We'll see. Prove me wrong, Clovis. I'm going La Cueva, though.
Yeah, I think I'm rolling La Cueva, just the simple fact that Tyler Jensen, like I said before, he's what's changed up that offense a little more and made it less predictable. And so I'm rolling with the Bears.
All right, well, until our Christmas special, this has been very fun. Happy Halloween from the crew in the zoo, Alden Iowani. Josh Brown sends his love as he's on his way to silver. And, of course, Jason Southwest, Paul Abadabdale saying so long to infinity and beyond. Oh.
Yeah.